Nothing changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys something new. It's going to be the first time I've done this. We're going to take a look at a popular internet base. I have seen it around probably for the past few weeks. It's been around a while, but I've seen it pop back up a lot. So we're going to go ahead. We'll jump over into Paint. I have a screenshot of the base, and we'll go ahead and break down the typical things in the base, what is normally seen on it, how to approach this base, maybe some different variations that we see, and then I'll go ahead and give you guys a replay of how to 3-star this base. So jumping right in, this is the base, and typically when you see it, you're going to see in these square boxes right here in the middle of the 4x4 areas, typically maybe this one and this one, they will be sets of double giant bombs. And then for the other set of square boxes, it will be Teslas that are in these. And they're always going to be 2x2, whatever it is, it's going to be the same. But it doesn't really matter how you encounter them, really, because this base is pretty easy. And another thing that you may typically see is sometimes this dark storage is swapped with where this queen is at. This guy had his queen on the outside, so it made it pretty easy just to take out the queen pretty easily. But sometimes you may have to deal with the queen in the core of the base, but it doesn't change much because you'll have enough firepower coming through that core to go ahead and take out that queen if she's in the core, as well as the clan castle. Now looking at it, this base is pretty symmetrical and square, so it makes planning any entry point from any side that you want pretty easily. But for this video replay, we are going to be coming in from this bottom side down here, and we're going to start off with 2 golems. So we'll play one down here on the bottom side to draw some of that fire, and then we'll have a second one coming from this top side. And then looking at it, you can see it's pretty easy. There's not a lot of point defense on that side, so the golems won't take a lot of damage. And then on the outside, there's not really a lot of trash, so we're only going to need a few wizards, bring in maybe 2 on each side to go ahead and take out these outside buildings. And that way you can save a lot of camp space for the kill squad or the backside. And then we're going to bring in some wall breakers and get them in right about this area, so that way we have access into the base. That queen will step up, and once we put down our enemy queen, the wizards and our queen will step up and take out the enemy queen pretty easily since she's on the outside. If she's in the core of the base, though, it's no different. Your kill squad will just aggro her, and the golems will tank while your Barb King or your queen take them out. Then once we approach inside the base, we'll switch this up just a little bit. We're going to play a jump right here on the middle of the base. This will give us access. I'll fix the size. That's not really how big a jump is, but play it about right here. And this will give us access to pretty much the core of the base. And then our kill squad, we want a rage for them since we will be bringing bowlers out of the clan castle. And you're probably going to want to play it somewhere where you're either going to be taking on the queen or taking on that enemy clan castle. So in the replay, you'll see it. It will be dropped right about in this area. And then obviously have the poison down for the clan castle. And that'll pretty much take care. By the time you send in 2 golems, you have your funneling wizards. You're going to get down both your king and your queen to go into the core base, and bowlers. They're going to be able to take out a good portion of this base on the bottom side. Basically, looking at it, they will take care of this portion. Actually, not that portion. You'll get all of this, that air defense, this, and then they actually make it up in this replay up into this area. So he's able to get all of this area taken out just from that simple kill squad. And then once you get on the back side, we're going to come in with a long route. We're going to send a hound from here to the final air defense over here. So you're going to come down with a hound from here and then bring in a second one on the back side. You want to take these long routes instead of taking the shortest route. That way, any traps that are in the way, the seeking air mines or the air bombs will get taken out or those hounds will pick them up. So that way they're not going to be taking out your groups of balloons. And then we can come in with a bunch of loons on the backside. As you see, he'll send some into here, and they'll basically just come around surgical to these defenses, and he will be able to take them out. And then there will be haste spells coming down in these areas to go ahead and push troops along and get them into some of these buildings and finish off the base. But this is basically the idea of the attack, is looking on the bottom side. There's not a lot on the outside. Everything's really compacted in the base. So when you come in with the kill squad, the golems will be able to tank all day long, since you'll have 2 of them, and your Barb King will step up. He'll do some tanking as well. The Queen will come in with the firing power from behind. Your Wizards will step up and probably follow in your main group. And then your bowlers, once they're raged, since everything is so compact, they will be able to just start taking out some of these buildings on the outside relatively, or not the outside, on the core of the base really quick. And you can also bring on this, since you'll have 1 additional spell, Beth ends up using a heal right here in the core of the base. So that way, if there's the big bombs or whatever, if you happen to hit them, or it will get your bowlers back up in the core of the base back to health. So that way they are able to stay up longer. And as you can see, when he drops the heal spell, it brings his golem's health up just a tad bit, but it also refills his bowlers back up to full health, and then they step up in the core and end up doing additional damage and helping push through the rest of this base. But like I said, pretty common internet base. You may see a few things change, but typically the big bombs in the core and the Teslas are always the same, and maybe a few other buildings will be swapped around. But this is the general idea. You can come in on this base pretty much from any side. If they try to change around where anything is at, you can rotate the style of the attack. You can also kind of switch it to balloons. Right now are the current meta, so using the air on the backside makes it extremely easy just to have completely demolish the base and have a ton of loons left over. But you also can do this with backside hogs if you want, and just replace the haste spells with another heal spell. But that's going to wrap up things. I'll go ahead and have the replay after this. If you guys have any questions or comments about this base, or want to see more of this style of video, please feel free to let me know. I'll go ahead and try to find some more internet bases for you guys, and when we see them come up, I'll do some how-tos for you guys. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks, helping you guys keep it over 9,000.